Friday morning. It is Friday light on I-80 in the Vacaville area. You can see our Travis Credit Union camera showing us not many cars out there. But of course, if you're just headed out the door, that's what you like to see. I want to take you now to I-80 in the higher elevations. We are getting reports of foggy conditions. I-80 at Yuba Gap. You can see right there driving westbound. We are starting to see a bit of slow and go already. I want to take you to one accident we are following right now, and this is on the surface streets just off of I-80, just north of Auburn. This happening at Happy Pines Drive and Maywood Drive. Looks like CHP and crews still on the way to that scene, so we'll keep you updated, let you know how that's affecting your morning commute. You're right, everywhere else is looking pretty good here. Lodi, Stockton, Manteca, you are good on I-599 as well as the Crosstown Freeway. The Altamont Pass, Friday light for you right now.
All right, here's what else we're working on for your Friday morning. Raw fish linked to a cluster of salmonella cases in our state. What you need to know before you bite into that sushi. And making a major coffee run. The app making sure you never confuse orders again.
Plus, some lucky guests allowed to explore the Disney parks in Anaheim for 24 hours straight. What they'll get to check out while they're there. Stay here. Your news starts in 60 seconds.
Vince Bloom here, announcing the Perfect 10 Memorial Day sales event. Judges, are you ready?
Yes.
Now through Memorial Day, I've got 10 new Chrysler 200 Limiteds for just $17,777. That's over $7,100 off MSRP. What do you think?
Perfect.
I've also got 10 Jeep Patriot Sports for just $14,777. That's over $5,700 off MSRP. Judges?
Perfect.
Get the perfect price during the Memorial Day sales event at Elk Grove Dodge, in the Elk Grove Auto Mall, and online at elkgrovedodge.com.
Now this is an offer you do not want to miss. It's the Memorial Day sales event going on right now at Momentum Nissan. During this event, put no money down. Get $2,500 off MSRP. Make no payments for 90 days. And we're not done yet. You also get 0% APR for up to 72 months. That's not just big, that's huge. Only during this Memorial Day sales event and only at Momentum Nissan in Fairfield. Now that is keeping it simple.
Get answers on the drought with the Drought Desk on the CBS 13 News. Getting answers from all across Northern California. This is the CBS 13 News This Morning.
Good Friday morning. I'm Audrey Assistio.
And I'm Ron Jones. Welcome to the CBS 13 News at 5 a.m. A local mom begging for help leads to an officer-involved shooting. What the suspect was doing right before police got there.
A suspect is arrested in connection with a quadruple murder at this Washington, D.C. mansion. I'm Susan McGinnis. Coming up, the connection the man has to one of the members of the family.
Good morning, I'm Alexis Del Chiaro in for Laura Skirty, and we've got some cloud cover we're working with on this early Friday morning. Hope you got a little bit of rain on your doorstep last night. If you didn't, we've still got a slight chance today. Here's a live look at West Sacramento downtown. Looking really nice this morning, and we're dealing with those clouds today. So expect your day to look like this. Dealing with some cloudy skies early on in the day. We're going to get the temps up to the mid-70s, and then they're actually going to fall as we get later into the afternoon. So expect a spring-like day with a chance for some showers and thunderstorms into the foothills and in the Sierra. You could see the Titan HD right now shows a few cells working in the foothills right now. Jackson and into Auburn getting a little bit of rain, and I'll show you what the Futurecast looks like as we put the maps into motion. Cloud cover all across the valley, and then the chance for some showers and thunderstorms into the foothills. And then we're left with no rain, which is good news for the Memorial Day weekend forecast. Audrey, coming up, we'll talk about just what you can expect on Monday.
Hey, that's sounding really good. Alexis, thanks so much. Quick look at your time saver traffic. I want to start by taking you to Sacramento here. Our live look out there at I-5, both directions. You can see both looking really nice right now, moving along just nicely. I want to take you to one problem spot, and this is actually in the mountains, I-80 near Yuba Gap. It looks like they're dealing with some foggy conditions out there, and we are starting to see a little bit of slowing already headed westbound, so do keep that in mind. Also, a reported accident on the surface streets. This is just north of Auburn, Happy Pines Drive and Maywood Drive, just east of I-80. Looks like CHP still on the way to that one, so we'll keep you updated on how that's going to affect your morning commute. You're right, everywhere else is looking fantastic. You can see the Crosstown Freeway in Stockton all in the green. I-599, you are no exception. And the Altamont Pass, very light at this time. Friday light, as we like to call it for all of you super commuters. Again, you're right, everywhere else looking fantastic, as well as on I-80.
All right, new this morning, a rescue mission at an apartment complex fire in Sacramento County.
CBS 13 Sean Bennett joins us live from the scene with the latest. Good morning, Sean.
Yeah, good morning, guys. I'll tell you right now, Sac Metro Fire had to go into a rescue mode immediately after the 911 calls were placed. You see those air conditioning units there? It's that door just past it that firefighters had to focus their attention on. Let's go right to the video. They tell us the 911 call placed around 3:30 this morning because of an elderly woman in one of the upstairs units. So they raced over here, and by the time they got here, all residents were out of the fourplex. They were standing out on the sidewalk or out of the front lawn here. Sac Metro Fire says they saw flames coming from that door on the side of the fourplex that burned. So it's just a little bit of a wall and the door. They were able to contain those flames. That door led into the garage. So they checked the fourplex. All 4 units are okay. Everybody inside those fourplex were okay. They were able to get out really, really quick, thankfully for that. But as far as the damage, it's minimal, and the cause, guys, at this hour, under investigation. Guys, we'll send it back to you.
Okay, Sean, thanks a lot for the good news there. An earthquake rocks Napa County last night. It's the largest quake to hit the wine country since the magnitude 6.0 shook that area last August. The 4.1 magnitude quake struck about 9 miles north of Napa. People turned to social media to report about the ground shaking. CHP is asking people to check their gas pipelines for leaks. No major damage has been reported.
It's near a region that may have had stress increase, but a magnitude 4 earthquake in this location is not rare or unexpected.
And this quake struck near the site of last summer's quake, which caused extensive damage to businesses, homes, and vineyards. Sacramento police are investigating an officer-involved shooting this morning.
Yeah, it happened just before 6:30 last night at Cesar Chavez Park across from City Hall. An officer shot a man. No officers were injured, according to police. Bike officers were riding around the area when a woman waved them over in the park. She claimed her son was acting erratically and asked for help. When the officers approached her son, he allegedly pulled out a knife, so the officer opened fire. A witness says the suspect was fighting with another man before police arrived.
During that contact, he produced a knife. At this point, what we know is that the officer feared for his safety and was forced to fire at that individual, who is currently being treated at an area hospital.
Police say the suspect was alert and taken to the hospital.
All right, we're expected to learn a lot more today about the deadly tour bus crash that killed several high school students. This is near Orland last year. The CHP plans to release results of his 13-month investigation. 10 people died, 39 others injured. Back in April, when a tour bus crashed into a FedEx tractor-trailer on Interstate 5, dozens of students from high schools around Southern California were participating in college tours. Farmers considered senior water rights holders are in limbo now. They're not quite sure if they can take the water from a local river. For now, the State Water Resources Board says they can keep pumping water from the San Joaquin River.
Yeah, but that could change. CBS 13's Alexis Del Chiaro is in the Weather Center getting answers about that debate.
That's right, you guys. On Wednesday, regulators said they were preparing to tell farmers to stop pumping from the San Joaquin River watershed. And a water board engineer said curtailment orders would be sent to so-called senior rights holders today. But the State Water Resources Board now says it's still doing the math, trying to figure out how many rights holders will be curtailed and where. Some farmers are trying to head off the state decision by offering to cut their water diversions by 25% or not plant a quarter of their cropland. The state could decide today on whether to accept that offer. Back to you guys.
All right, Alexis, thank you. Well, the hunt for the man suspected of torturing and killing a family and their housekeeper in our nation's capital, then setting their mansion on fire, is now over.
CBS 13's Susan McGinnis has the very latest from Washington, D.C.
U.S. Marshals tracked suspect Darren Dylan Wint to Northeast D.C. and took him into custody late Thursday night. Police followed a car Wint was riding in and pulled it over.
Once we got to a good location, we were able to pin the vehicle in and extract him safely. Nobody got hurt, nobody got injured, and there was multiple people were taken into custody.
Wint is charged with first-degree murder while armed. The arrest comes 1 week after the bodies of Savas Savopoulos, his wife, their 10-year-old son, and their housekeeper were found murdered in their home after it was set on fire. 3 of the 4 bodies showed signs of blunt force trauma or stab wounds.
Right now, it does not appear that this was just a random crime, but there is a connection through the business of the suspect and the Savopoulos family business.
Police believe the family was abused inside this house for about 12 hours, and during that time, an assistant to Savopoulos dropped off $40,000 on the porch. Investigators matched DNA from skin cells found on a pizza crust left at the crime scene to Wint. Wint, who has a long rap sheet, once worked as a welder for American Ironworks, where Savopoulos was the CEO. So far, authorities have not discussed a possible motive.
By the way, the family lived not far from the residence of Vice President Joe Biden. Well, 2 days after a police officer in Omaha, Nebraska was killed in the line of duty, the community is now coming together. A prayer walk will be held for Officer Carrie Orozco today. She was just hours from going on maternity leave before she was killed in a shootout with a convicted felon. Since Orozco's death, people have been dropping off diapers to the police department. More than $80,000 in donations have also poured in from around the country. A California appeals court has delayed a sex reassignment operation for a transgender inmate after a panel recommended she be paroled. 51-year-old Michelle Leigh Norsworthy is seeking surgery which would be paid for by taxpayers if she's a prisoner.
Now, this case has sparked a heated debate across California. CBS 13's Anjali Hemphill getting answers about this hot-button issue.
It's a move that makes it less likely convicted killer Michelle Norsworthy will receive a controversial sex change surgery while in prison. Today, a federal appeals court delayed gender reassignment for the transgender inmate just hours after she was recommended for parole at a previously scheduled hearing.
That does raise some questions.
Donald Bentz from Sacramento's LGBT Community Center says the move puts Norsworthy's safety and health at risk.
We have heard numerous stories from trans individuals that are in the prison, incarcerated in prison, that are raped, beaten, harassed on a daily basis. They're a target.
The decision means Norsworthy will not be eligible to receive prison funds for the operation if she's paroled. The process could take up to 5 months before Norsworthy could be released.
It is medically necessary, and the fact that they are making her wait, that is cruel and unusual punishment.
According to court documents, the California Department of Corrections and Rehabilitation says, quote, "No treating physician has determined that sex reassignment surgery is medically necessary for Ms. Norsworthy," and goes on to say the Constitution does not guarantee to a prisoner the treatment of his choice. But Bentz disagrees.
A person's gender identity is a very core part of their personality and their general being, and that needs to be addressed from a medical context.
And Bentz believes the decision discriminates against transgender individuals.
If this was someone that had any other medical condition, whether it was cancer or mental illness, they would not be denying the treatment.
By the way, the State Board of Parole Hearings has 120 days to review the panel's recommendation, and then it goes to the governor's desk, who will have another 30 days to intervene. Straight ahead, kittens, and even more kittens. Another animal shelter is swamped with more than 100 of the furry friends. That's just one story making headlines this morning.
And happy Friday. As we look towards the Memorial Day weekend, we're talking about more rain in the forecast, plus a chance for some strong winds. I'll have it all coming up in your extended forecast.
All new Dr. Phil.
Did you kill your mother?
Yeah. A teen convicted.
You then set the house on fire with your brother still in the house.
For a brutal murder.
You beat her to death with what?
Sledgehammer. The exclusive prison interview.
Did you laugh when you were hitting her?
Yeah.
Why did you kill her?
All new Dr. Phil.
Today at 3 on CBS 13.
Now this is an offer you do not want to miss. It's the Memorial Day sales event going on right now at Momentum Nissan. During this event, put no money down, get $4,000 off MSRP, make no payments for 90 days. And we're not done yet. You also get 0% APR for up to 72 months. That's not just big, that's huge. Only during this Memorial Day sales event and only at Momentum Nissan in Fairfield. Now that is keeping it simple.
Are you ready to get to work? Watch the Sacramento Job Market Report, Tuesday through Friday on the CBS 13 News. Get tips and information to help you pursue the job you're interested in. Sponsored by University of Phoenix. Let's get to work.
I'm a working mom with 4 kids and no time.
I feel like a professional volunteer.
This week, I'm snack mom.
I serve the best steaks in town.
And I shop.
And I shop.
And I shop.
With the new Smart and Final. There's more club sizes here than the club store.
Family size, team size.
And restaurant quality everything.
It's fresh, delicious, and it costs so much less. All this and tonight's dinner too?
The new Smart and Final. Warehouse and Market. Friend and neighbor. Us and you. Smart and Final.
Nobody gives you building options like Tough Shed. Get the very best in sheds, garages, recreational buildings, even backyard studios. Customized how you want it, delivered when you want it, installed where you want it. For the very best in backyard buildings, there's really only one option, Tough Shed. Call 1-800-BUY-TOUGH for the Factory Direct Tough Shed store nearest you and register to win a garden shed at toughshed.com.
While everyone else is talking red, white, and blue savings for Memorial Day, Elk Grove Subaru is talking golden savings on Foresters. Right now, buy a new 2015 Forester for just $27,163 and get 0.9% financing for up to 48 months. Or lease a new one for only $229 a month. Goldens love Foresters, and so do their owners. So buy and get 0.9% financing or lease for just $229 a month. Only at Lasher's Elk Grove Subaru, in the Elk Grove Auto Mall or online at elkgrovesubaru.com.
This traffic report is brought to you by the Roseville Auto Mall, driven to be the best.
Welcome back. Time now is 5:13. Alexis, I know we've been seeing showers here and there, so some people getting a little nervous if it's going to get into our holiday weekend.
Yes, because you have plans to barbecue, be outside, maybe go to the lake. Well, don't worry. We should be good for Memorial Day. We'll see plenty of sunshine over the weekend. But today, we still have that slight chance to get some rain. In fact, you might be waking up to a few raindrops on your doorstep this morning. Let's hop outside and show you what Mount Vaca looks like right now. Well, you can see it's kind of socked in right now. Some cloud cover, maybe a few raindrops. Kind of hard to tell what we're working with right here. But you will definitely see cloudy skies this morning wherever you go in Northern California. This kind of residual effect from that system that brought us some rain into the foothills and the mountains yesterday. Let's start with our current temperatures right now. We're in the lower to mid 50s, 55 in Sacramento, 57 in Modesto, and 54 in Stockton. A few degrees warmer than this time yesterday because of all that cloud cover. It's going to be a breezy day today, especially here in the valley where we're going to be seeing some gusting conditions as much as 20 miles per hour. It's also the case for the Bay Area today. Fairfield dealing 15-mile-an-hour winds. All right, here's the radar. So this is what you're waking up to this morning. You can see we're still seeing a little bit of that rain left over from that low pressure system that brought us some showers yesterday. I'll bring you in closer and you could see who's exactly getting some rain right now. If you're in Rancho Murrieta into Roseville, you might be getting a few showers. Cameron Park getting wet right now into Plymouth, and the rest of Amador County seeing a bit of rain. Watch what happens in your futurecast for the rest of your Friday as we deal with, again, some showers and thunderstorms. This is 10 a.m. this morning, mainly in the foothills. You'll see that system expand a little bit, still staying off to the east of us here in the valley, although there is a chance we could get a little bit of that. And then by Saturday morning, just dealing with the cloudy conditions here in the valley. Still a chance for some showers, though, as you head on into the mountains. A look at your highs for today, up to 77 in Modesto and 75 for Manteca. Sacramento will top out at 76 degrees, but remember, it's going to be windy with gusts up to 20 miles per hour. Into the foothills, a high of 65 for Georgetown and 67 in Grass Valley. Chance for afternoon showers and thunderstorms are pretty likely into the Sierra, and that'll extend on into the Memorial Day weekend. For the Bay Area today, you expect to see cloudy skies in the morning with gusting conditions for the afternoon, as much as 20-mile-an-hour winds expected. Here's what your Memorial Day weekend looks like. We'll see the sunshine return as soon as Saturday. By Sunday, 84 degrees, and Monday, guys, looks perfect. 80 degrees and plenty of sunshine, so go ahead and make those outdoor activities.
Hey, that sounds great. All right, Alexis, thanks so much. 5:16 is your time now. Let's go ahead and get a quick check of your time saver traffic before you head out the door this beautiful Friday. Look at that Friday light on the Bay Bridge Toll Plaza. If maybe you're going to be celebrating the holiday weekend a little early, starting off, and you're headed towards the Bay, you have nothing to worry about on I-80. We do have one accident. We've been following this one all morning. just east of I-80 in the mountains, Happy Pines Drive and Maywood Drive. Looks like CHP already on the scene for that one. Not really affecting traffic, but do just expect a little bit of activity there. If you're going to be driving on I-80 near Yuba Gap, we are getting reports of foggy conditions slowing things down for some commuters there. So do keep that in mind. You may have to hit the brakes out there. You're right everywhere else. Problem-free. We are Friday Light in Stockton, Manteca, Escalon, Lodi, Brentwood, Tracy as well. Take a look at your Altamont Pass, something we don't see all the time, right? Looking great for all of you. Only 11 minutes to get you from the split to Livermore Avenue. In Sacramento, of course, you've been problem-free all morning driving into the downtown area. Ron?
All right, thanks a lot, Audrey. It's time to take a look at stories making headlines this morning. Officers in South Lake Tahoe say a honey oil lab exploded earlier this week. The Tahoe Daily Tribune says the explosion blew out the windows of an apartment. Nobody was injured. Police say they're still searching right now for 2 men in connection with that incident. It's kitten season at the North Bay Humane Society. The Vallejo Times-Herald reports as of yesterday, there were 120 kittens and only 12 cats at the nonprofit. A spokesperson for the organization says 100 of the baby felines are being fostered in temporary homes. Food waste can now soon help the city of Manteca fuel its garbage trucks. According to the Manteca Bulletin, the city is getting 5 garbage trucks that use natural gas as fuel. Manteca's wastewater treatment plant can process food scraps into gas, which can be used on the new vehicles. And the city of Auburn is hosting celebrity horses now. Check them out. The Auburn Journal reports that Budweiser's famous Clydesdale team is stabled at the Gold County Fairgrounds today. The 10-horse group made public appearances in the area this week. Well, it's already scary for kids to be hospitalized, right? But having a billboard of a scary clown outside the window makes it even worse.
Yeah, well, that was the case for 5-year-old Grace Bumstead. While she was in the hospital fighting cancer, a billboard was put up with this scary clown advertising the upcoming horror film Poltergeist. And the clown was looking right into her hospital room.
I looked out the window and I saw something very scary, like a very big clown.
Oh, well, her mother took to Facebook, urging her followers to call the billboard company and complain. The advertisement was removed later that night.
Oh, you can see why she was scared. Adults scared, too. Hey, a local boy becomes the youngest graduate at American River College this year. 11-year-old Tanishq Abraham graduated Wednesday with 3 associate degrees and a perfect 4.0 GPA. Did I mention that he's 11 years old?
Wow.
Yeah, this comes just 1 year after he graduated from high school. So what's next for Abraham? Well, he says he wants to get his medical degree and then work on becoming president of the United States. And when he starts a new company, I want to invest in it.
Right?
Because I think it's going to succeed.
Oh, my goodness.
Hey, the Disneyland Resort Diamond Celebration is less than an hour away.
Yeah, the party kicks off at 6 this morning at the Disneyland parks, and they'll be open for 24 hours straight. Parkgoers can head to the Tomorrowland Theater to catch a sneak peek of some scenes from the Tomorrowland movie. The new World of Color will have 3 showings. Disneyland turns 60 this July. So when my family and I went to Disneyland in January, the Disneyland workers were already talking about all of this. Yeah, and so we wanted to go, but we knew the crowds would probably be a little crazy.
You're going to have people from all over the globe there, but not to say that you shouldn't go, just saying that it's going to be pretty tight.
All right, well, satisfy that office caffeine craving with ease. The technology helping you keep track of your coworkers' orders.
And Thin TV, we'll show you the new TV that is no wider than a DVD.
Big time discounts, big time selection, and your chance to pick up an extra $1,000 every day in May just by taking a test drive. Now that's big time. Come in during the Memorial Day sales event and drive out a winner with Roseville Auto Mall. Take advantage of huge factory discounts. 0% APR on over 6,000 vehicles from 17 dealers with 24 brands. Talk about selection. Talk about savings. Plus the $1,000 giveaway every day in May. It's big time. Roseville Auto Mall. Driven to be the best.
You know, some people have told me reverse mortgages sound too good to be true. I mean, you get cash out of your home, no monthly payments, and still own your home. There's got to be a catch, right, Jesse? Well, there isn't. It's like any other mortgage, only with a reverse mortgage, the loan's paid back when the last borrower leaves the home. In fact, reverse mortgages are based on a notion that President Reagan signed into law over 25 years ago in order to help seniors remain in their homes. If you're 62 or older and own your own home, you may qualify for a government-insured reverse mortgage with AAG that allows you to turn the equity in your home into tax-free cash. And with AAG, there are never any credit score requirements.
Call 1-800-820-6059 now to receive a new free information kit, including a reverse mortgage guide and DVD, personal stories from people like you, and a brand new family guide for children and loved ones, all absolutely free with no obligation.
AAG can help you pay off credit card debt, eliminate monthly mortgage payments, and provide some real retirement security.
Call 1-800-820-6059 today to get your free AAG reverse mortgage information kit and bonus DVD.
In the kits, you'll receive a helpful 3-part guide. The first will show you how a government-insured reverse mortgage allows you to access the equity in your home as tax-free cash. 500,000 people have already done it. The second booklet contains stories told by people just like you who've had their lives changed forever using a reverse mortgage. And the third guide is full of helpful answers and information for children and loved ones.
Call 1-800-820-6059 now to receive your information kit and DVD, all absolutely free.
There's simply an effective way for folks just like you to get the cash you need to enjoy your retirement.
Call 1-800-820-6059 now to receive your information kit and DVD, all absolutely free. Call 1-800-820-6059 now.
AAG, the best advice for a better life.
The CBS 13 Mobile Weather Lab, powered by Toyota.
Good morning and welcome back to your Friday. Let's check in with our weather watchers and see what's cooking this morning. Rich Hefner's checking in from Placerville. He says it's 52 degrees, but boy, lots of cloud cover and the humidity is at 81%. He says it's a balmy and overcast morning, and that's what you're going to see this morning. If you're not getting a little bit of rain, you will definitely see the clouds outside. 55 degrees from Alan Bondi. He is in Sacramento this morning. He says the humidity is at 85%, and he says with the clouds cover, it feels warm this morning and it smells like rain. We do still have a chance to get a little bit of rain today. We'll talk about that coming up, plus your Memorial Day weekend forecast.
All right, Alexis, thanks a lot. Turning now to consumer news, the online dating site Adult Friend Finder says it suffered a data breach. About 4 million users are affected by this. The company has contacted authorities to investigate. A security firm is also on top of this case. Compromised information includes dates of birth, email, and physical addresses, even sexual preferences and marital status. Erasing your old smartphone may not be as easy as you thought. A new study found the factory reset button on those Android devices does not delete everything. About 630 million phones have this problem. Researchers tested a variety of Androids. In every case, text messages, photographs, and information stored on the apps were recovered. New software is making grabbing coffee for your co-workers a lot easier. A London man created Coffee Run. The app will allow a person to create a list and email it to co-workers to place their orders. The person can then print out that single page and help out with that coffee fix.
Well, we're now hearing it could take 2.5 years to fix all the cars with Takata airbags.
So we call on Curtis Ming with how you'll know if your car is affected.
Yeah, guys, the car manufacturers say they are still waiting for information from Takata. You may not get notified for months, so what should we all do right now? Well, all the government is saying is keep checking in with safercar.gov, where you could plug in your VIN, and they hope to have more information next week.
This is a very bad spot for consumers. They wouldn't be in this position. If the problem was addressed in the early 2000s, we wouldn't be at this crisis.
Now, Carfax also has an app that'll alert you whenever there's a recall on your car. Something to think about the next time you're at the ATM. A skyrocketing number of debit card numbers are getting stolen. Usually it's from skimmers the crooks install right on the machines. Swipe your card, they get your information, and then they create a fake card with your information. You may want to inspect the area where you swipe or insert your card. Make sure there are no funny devices there the next time you go to an ATM. It is the thinnest TV ever. LG is developing it, and it's as thin as a DVD. It weighs just 5 pounds. It is so light, you could hang it on the wall with just a magnetic mat. It's just a prototype, the company not saying when it could be on the market. And if you have a consumer problem you can't resolve, maybe we can. Go to our website, cbs13.com/call-Curtis, and fill out our form.
Wow, televisions have changed, right?
A 5-pound TV.
I know.
Just wonder how much it'll cost, though, right?
You know, yeah, we want to see what that's all about.
Yeah, we'll see. All right, well, raw fish linked to a cluster of salmonella cases in our state. What you need to know before you bite into that sushi.
Also, a Nebraska community mourns the officer killed in the line of duty while people have been dropping off diapers at the police department.
Plus, it's Memorial Day weekend, and folks are probably getting ready to hit the water. All the details on the potential dangers that the drought might pose coming up.
Another bill. We did nothing wrong.
I know.
And they won't answer the phone.
I know.
We gotta call Curtis.
I did.
Consumer problem? No problem. Just ask us.
Click cbs13.com/call Curtis.
Imagine that this is your energy bill. And this is what it would look like after you turn to the experts for an efficient carrier home comfort system from Clark & Rush. Yes, save money every month. Call the smart energy people at
Clark & Rush. Vince Bloom here, announcing the Perfect 10 Memorial Day sales event. Judges, are you ready?
Go ahead.
Now through Memorial Day, I've got 10 new Chrysler 200 Limiteds for just $17,777. That's over $7,100 off MSRP. What do you think?
Perfect.
I've also got 10 Jeep Patriot Sports for just $14,777. That's over $5,700 off MSRP. Judges?
Perfect.
Get the perfect price during the Memorial Day sales event at Elk Grove Dodge, in the Elk Grove Auto Mall, and online at elkgrovedodge.com.
At Subway, a great meal starts with a great sandwich on the new Simple 6 menu. With 6 of our best 6-inch subs, like the tender turkey breast, plus any bag of chips and a 21-ounce drink for just $6 every day.
Subway. It's Empire Today's biggest sale, the 50-50-50 sale. 50% off carpet and flooring, 50% off padding and materials, and 50% off installation. That's right, half off your entire project. You can save thousands. Empire's 50-50-50 sale won't last long. Don't miss 50% off carpet and flooring, 50% off padding and materials, and 50% off installation. 800-588-2300 Empire.
Today. Now this is an offer you do not want to miss. It's the Memorial Day sales event going on right now at Momentum Nissan. During this event, put no money down. Get $2,500 off MSRP. Make no payments for 90 days. And we're not done yet. You also get 0% APR for up to 72 months. That's not just big, that's huge. Only during this Memorial Day sales event and only at Momentum Nissan in Fairfield. Now that is keeping it simple.
Imagine that this is your energy bill. And this is what it would look like after you turn to the experts for an efficient carrier home comfort system from Clark & Rush. Yes, save money every month. Call the smart energy people at
Clark & Rush.
Getting answers from all across Northern California. This is the CBS 13 News This Morning.
Good Friday morning. I'm Audrey Assistio.
And I'm Ron Jones. Welcome to the CBS 13 News at 5:30 a.m. Trying to bounce back from a major setback while employees at a local store are working overtime after burglars target them.
Some sushi lovers sinking their teeth into unsettling news. How raw tuna could be linked to a cluster of salmonella cases across the country.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Alexis Del Chiaro. Let's talk about your forecast as we get into that long holiday weekend. Outside right now, you're going to notice cloud cover and maybe even a few raindrops where you're living. This is a live look from Sutter Buttes, and yeah, you could see that just a lot of clouds outside. Even looks to be a little bit misty there right now. Well, wouldn't be surprising because we're still dealing with some rain left over from that low pressure system that brought us the showers into the foothills and the mountains yesterday. Zoom in closer and show you exactly who's getting wet this morning in Sacramento. Looks like that system is just kind of moving south of the 50 into Rancho Murrieta right now. Plymouth, Jackson, even getting a little bit of rain right now. There's a system right above Roseville. So Roseville and Auburn, you could be getting a little bit of rain this morning. That's going to be the case as we take you on in through the rest of your Friday. We're dealing with a little bit of rain as well as the windy conditions. Winds are going to gust in the valley today up to as much as 20 miles per hour, and they should be clearing off by tomorrow morning. We'll take a look at your forecast for the Memorial Day weekend coming up. Audrey?
All right, Alexis, thanks so much. On top of that rain we're seeing at some spots, we do have some hot spots as well. Here's Vacaville. You have nothing to worry about on I-80. Travis Credit Union camera showing us this shot, but I want to show you a new accident we've been following here. Stockton.